Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be hopefully a racing video. First things first, I noticed when I was doing the shocks and stuff on this truck actually had a leveling kit, which would explain the Jenga blocks in the back, which some of you guys noticed when we did our traction bars. And to be quite frank, I've kind of forgotten about, but the Jenga needs to go. So we're gonna get this thing ready to go to Bristol street fights tonight. I got about 4 hours. Looking at the U-bolts, they definitely have enough length to pull that section out. I also just noticed looking at the rear brakes here, starting to get pretty low, so we might have to tackle that. That might not be a today thing, but it'll be in the future. Looks like this thing might need some brakes, at least on one side. So goal today, let's get the Jenga stack undone. Let's get our spare tire pulled out. And then last but not least, we have some 8x170 to 8-on-6.5 adapters with David's DR2s. We're gonna try and get these fitted on as well today and then get this thing loaded up on the trailer. What I'm gonna do is just get to ripping this off. And if you're new to Fords, they use a leveling puck on the bottom of the leaf spring or coil spring, which you guys can see right there. So that is what we're pulling off on the front, and then the block in the back. Let's get to work. This isn't the way you guys take out your coil springs. You know, a little shock disconnection action. I don't know what to tell you. But there you guys can see the puck right there. We'll get that out. First, let me cheat death. Okay, and here's the gist of it. Luckily, we keep old, bolts and spacers around, but this was the bolt I pulled out with this washer. It goes in this puck here, so maybe we'll recoup 50 bucks. But I got it all done. You guys can see already what a huge difference this is gonna make. So I'm gonna get it done on the other side. Very easy on the Fords, honestly easier than Dodges in my opinion, but let's get it done. And I'm saying this on record, man, the Ford leaf pack, the way just the top bolt goes through the leaves and then everything else is dowel. I kid you not, guys, 15 minutes. Took me longer to tighten the U-bolts. And leveling kit's gone. Let's get this thing out in the sunlight with the radials and see what she looks like. Ah, dang, guys, this thing's so much lower. Love it. Sheesh. Now I can get right in this thing. We lost, probably about 2 inches in the front, I'd say, and about 1 inch in the back. Freaking looks killer on these radials. I cannot wait to tear it up. So I'm gonna take this for a drive real quick, give old girl a bath real fast, and let's get her loaded up on the trailer because I don't want to drive it on the radials, and I hate changing tires at the racetrack. So I'm gonna go see how far off our steering is, and then we'll get her loaded up. Guys, would you believe me if I said it really doesn't make that much of a difference? Look at this. It's just a little off the other way now. Perfect. Well, got her up to about 70, felt okay. So I think I was curious like what the truck was gonna feel like with this much. But it seems happy. So I'm gonna get her washed up, loaded up, and let's go racing, guys. Fresh oil, just, this thing's ready to rip. David changing his car over, and we decided David don't care about his radials. So him and I are both driving over on our DR2s. It's about what, how many miles, David? 31? 25 miles to Bristol. So we're gonna street fight it up. We got the New 8-speed with a trans brake. And David's been beating the heck out of this thing. We did it all in the shop. It was pretty cool. Big thank you to Sanger for helping us out, guiding us through a couple of the issues. But this thing freaking rips now. Check out his tag. Be mad, stay mad. And we got old girl shined up. She's looking like $1 million bucks. So we're actually not gonna load this on the trailer. We're just gonna drive it. Real street truck stuff. All I gotta do now is just grab a bottle of nitrous, my laptop, the GoPro, and let's head to Bristol. If you're not going to the racetrack in your race car and race truck, I mean, are you really racing a street vehicle? Guys, I'm just kidding. I know I trailer this thing pretty much to every ODSS event we go to, but we are on our way to the racetrack. We got the Navigator up there in his BMW, and 6-liter's doing pretty good. It's a little body rolly with the wheels and tires, but I'm gonna just double check our lug nuts once we get there, but we'll update y'all when we get there. All right, we're going to the staging lanes, guys. Let's get set up. We got her spooled up, as you can see, and let's go see how she does. That was on nitrous in the pit, about half the time of fuel, so I'm really excited. That was the hardest I've ever gotten it to like sit there on the brake. So I think our 60 foots will get better. So we left a lot harder. On the radials we won a 1.711 60 foot, which netted us at 8.3. I only sprayed the nitrous like once it got out of first gear, and then obviously I let out in the quarter. We're just running to the 8, so we won an 8.3, which is 0.2 faster than our last performance at Rocky Top. So I'm thrilled. Let's see how much boost it made. God. Alright, well I just reset it, so we have no idea, but hopefully we got you guys some in-cab, and now it's David's turn. We're gonna flip-flop. Guys, now it's David's turn, so we parked my Ford where the car was, and we'll flip-flop, and then I think after this we'll just try to get in a bunch of runs. So I'm not sure how good the video footage is, but I want to get a good GoPro in cab of this 335D that David has spent really not that much money if you're watching Keeley modifying. So to the staging lanes we go. people are going to want to, that's your new personal best in the car. How are we feeling?
We need more power, but that felt awesome. The trans did great compared to the old 6-speed that never would shift out of the hole, so step in the right direction.
And you've officially gone faster than my 6-liter, I think. What'd you go in the 8th? 790?
752 at 98 mile an hour.
So we're gonna take a look at the Max 5 and either send this turbo to God or the motor, but we wanna see it a 7 tonight, guys. So just to show you guys what we're doing, so I have my input, we have boost and TPS. So TPS, I have it scaled. Arm percentage is 80. It's a pretty safe number, mostly because when I stage, I don't want to accidentally overboost and hit the first kit. So I have it where it won't turn on the progressives until it's 80. And then I have my boost pressure sensor scaled. So it's 100 PSI a boost at 4.5. It's 0 at 0.5, which is, I mean, pretty close to accurate. And then over here, we have a pressure-based ramp. And you guys see it starts at 15%, ends at 100. So it will not be duty cycling when it gets to 100. And then it starts at 25 pounds of boost and it fully ramps in at 45. And again, we're just playing it safe. I really wish I could have gotten the data. And then if we overspeed the turbo to 50, it will kill the nitrous. So that's how I got it set up. Again, these Max 5s are pretty awesome to mess with. So we're gonna save that. Our Max 5's on. You can see the little green light there. Putting it as trial. Yep. And as long as you save it with it connected to the controller, that is the tune that's in there. So let's see what it does.
All right, guys, so that was a great run. We went 786 in the 8th. I got to run up to go get David's footage, so we'll unpack this later. That'll be the last run for us tonight. Like, there's so many cars, which is awesome to see. I'm so happy to see a lot of people out here racing. But let's get up there, get David's footage, and then wrap it up. So 11:20, what, 2?
11:23 at 123.
How do you feel? Was the 8-speed worth it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get closer to the 10s goal.
Lord help you, you got a race car?
Yeah.
It'd be nice to see what this thing could do if you stick it a little bit harder too. Heck yeah. And we're gonna get to drive them all home. Just pump up some tires and we'll call it a night. 11:22, new best for David. 786 in the 6-liter in the 8th. New personal best for me. That's the way we like to leave the track. All right, before the night's over, we have one of our customers that we did a 2nd-gen swap on. He's here racing with a 68. Let's take a look and see how he does. He said he's ready for a warranty on the trans. Not ours, but we'll see what it does.
11 miles an hour in the left-hand lane, took 14 seconds to get down there. 92 miles an hour in the left-hand lane, finish now.
So guys, here's our time slip for our 2nd run. We're at the shop. I gotta swap some tires and everything, but 784. The rest of this stuff really doesn't matter all that much because obviously we stayed in it a little after the 8th, but clearly we were coasting down. This is a 5th-gen tuned and deleted with a 68. So just for reference on where we're at, obviously he stayed in it. You guys could tell by the mile an hour, but we're back at the shop. I'm gonna get her unloaded. Well guys, hopefully you enjoyed this little trip to Bristol, Thunder Valley. It's a great drag strip if you haven't been there. The shutdown goes uphill. It's pretty awesome just to be able to race in the mountains. David had his draggy and the DA was like 3290, I believe. So it was a little muggy, a little bad air, but it didn't seem to matter. Again, this was a 62 or 68 jet in the air intake pipe, and basically at 25 pounds of boost or 30 pounds of boost to it ramps into 35, and then it's just wide open all the way, and it shut off at 50 pounds. Again, I don't really have a ton of data. Hopefully the GoPro I might be able to see something, but David ran a personal best with his 8-speed swap. We ran a personal best with the 6-liter, and we got to drive them home. All in all, I think this was awesome. I'm really happy with the performance of this truck. Again, the Wallace calculator said it's like 800 something horsepower to the crank, and then when you multiply that by 85%, basically it's like exactly 700 horsepower to the tire is what we put down. So I think leaving harder, like Austin said, and then both Austin and Jared, big thank you to those guys just on the nitrous stuff. It ran good. Nothing's broken, so we will pick this back up again at shot. I think a 770 is just a little bit more nitrous away. And again, this is all on that Fleece VGT turbo and a set of 205/30 Warrens. Traction bars, just some Bilstein shocks. So all in all, I'm really happy. I definitely think we're leaving power on the table with the air dog that came on this. This is only a 100 gallon per hour pump. We have that 165. So I think before shod, 165 pump needs to go on, and a sump for sure. And it just looks killer lowered now. I really like it. So I'm on the hunt for some wheels and tires so I don't have to run adapters. But hopefully you guys like this one. Like, comment, subscribe if you are not already. And as always, guys, I will catch y'all on the next one.